So, this is my thoughts on WWE 2K22. It hits different. It fucking better. But they pass that on to you guys. There you go. Now, hey, don't be greedy. Each of you takes one putt to pass that shit. So, anyways, let's talk about this game. This game real quick. um, okay. I'm not gonna rant or anything like that. I just want to say that, um, some people are just, obviously worried. Some people are just like, what is going to be different from this game? You know? And to be honest, if I was 2K, if I really want to tell people that this is really different, just to, to home it and tell people that this is really different, is that maybe you should have a different art design. That's just me. Having a different art design I wouldn't mind. I wouldn't mind, to be quite honest. But, some people want to be like, oh, no, I want it to look like the wrestlers. I hate fuck the cartoony look. I'm not saying what we got in Battleground. The fuck? No. you know? So, it's just, I don't know. That's just me. As a wrestling fan, I guess. But, I mean, if you could do that, then maybe you could do more things that you don't have to make the graphics so fucking goddamn. Oh, I don't know. Whatever. That's just me. That's just me. But there's other things that some people might are more worried. I mean, with this game, and that's the fact that people just don't want to see the same shit that they saw in 2K20 and 2K19 and 18 and 17 and 16. And even though 16 was good, 15 was shit, 14 was good, 13 was good, glitchy as fuck, but it was good. 12, good for the time in my opinion, but hey, if you like it, you like it. 2011, SmackDown vs. Raw 2011 is the peak. It's the last really, really good one, man. And that is everything you see in SmackDown vs. Raw 2006, Here Comes the Pain, No Mercy, and SmackDown vs. Raw 2011. Those 4 games, take note. These are the 4 games you should literally take homage, basically, inspirations from, and take some of the elements from these games and put it in your game. That, to me, would make a perfect wrestling game, man. Just look at those 4 wrestling games, pick up the elements that were good, and take out the elements that weren't that good, and make something better out of it. Look at each game and pick what element was good at it. Each game that I point out, those 4 games, each of them had different types of mechanics and elements that were good, and people wanted and liked. So I will look at those games and be like, all right, people like that. All right, people really like that. People really like that. That's really good. That's really good. And then you shove that together and it becomes hopefully something great if you didn't fuck it up, So then, I don't know. Who's. It is weird that the teaser trailer. I did tell my sister this. I was like, hey, if I showed you this trailer, would you even care? She was like, no, actually, sorry. Now I remember fully. I told her that if I was someone that worked at 2K, that was a high-ranking executive, and showed them this clip, I'd be like, hey, you see this? Would you show this clip? Would you show this clip to the public? My sister was like, no. Exactly. That's the biggest problem I have with this clip. Why would you show this clip to the public? You didn't tell any high ranking people of like, hey, Are you sure you think this is good? Because look at it. Like, really analyzing, really look at it. It seems to me that no one doesn't know wrestling, the people that are in 2K. I'm not saying that there's not people there that do know wrestling or know the art style and the product and the passion and all that. I'm not saying some of them don't know that. But I'm talking about the high ranking ones, the high ranking officials, that really just don't really care and really, or like WWE now, like WWE doesn't even give a fuck if their games are good or not. The WWE is at that point, man. They don't give a fuck. So at the same time, why should 2K put their effort? That's the thing. I look at WWE now, and they're not really doing all that good. Some things are good, but they're not really creative wise. They're not all that good, and they probably will never will be for a very very long time. Maybe until all of the people that are in that company are literally fucking 20 feet underground. I don't know, because there will be like 2 new wards that already came that flooded their corpses, and now they're not 6 feet under; they're 20 feet under. Ugh, for real. But I just I don't know. It's a weird decision that it's a weird marketing decision when you have that teaser trailer. I know it's just a teaser, but again, if you really want to show people something different, you would, or I don't know, show something and maybe have different, I don't know, art style. That's just, again, that is just me. That's just me. But yet, whatever. I'm not trying to find anything to complain about, but I'm just trying to give you something, 2K, because if you're trying to say something, hey, it hits different, well, you can't just have the logo and have a saying it hits different when it looks exactly like this game. Like in the back of the cover. That's what I'm saying. Maybe different art style or some shit like that. Like, come on. Are we gonna get this type of fucking cover like that? Huh? Is it gonna be like this? Is it gonna be like that? Or is it gonna be like we see like in SmackDown vs. Raw 2007 cover? That cover is still to this day the best wrestling cover. Hands down. Hands down. What beats that cover? What? Here Comes the Pain? I'm sorry. Here Comes the Pain does not beat that. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Here Comes the Pain might be a good wrestling game, but that cover, to be honest, I won't put that up on my wall. The only time I would put that up on my wall is because it has Tori Wilson on it. But that's really it. I mean, come on, man. Be real here. Be real with yourself. Would you want the 2007 SmackDown vs. Raw poster on your wall, or Here Comes the Pain? Which one stands out more? The more red and blue, or just blue? And then you have a wrestler, Triple H, and then you have different other wrestlers that are showing. Like, stuff like that is great. I would love that. Like, be creative with your covers. That's the one thing that I do have a problem with these new wrestling games, man. And ever since I've noticed too, ever since Ukes left, there's been other people that have been making wrestling games. Like, there's indie wrestling games that are coming out now, and there's other ones that are all coming out too. The ones that usually come from Japan are now coming to America. Because they know that there's a market out there. And the terrible thing is, there's not really no competition for 2K to up their rank. I mean, be more up of how to be creative more with these games. But if the indies do it right, and it looks like they are, then maybe they will do it. But at the same time, some companies look at indie developers and they be like, or indie companies, and they be like, why do I need to held to my standards to a company that literally just started like 5 years ago? Some of them will think that. It's sad to say, because one company will be like, oh, I'm doing shit right and I've been around forever, while they're pumping out games that are completely garbage. And then you have an indie studio that literally does listen, because obviously they're an indie studio and they're just starting. But at the same time, they do, even if they do get big, they would have people there that would still listen instead of just probably them eventually leaving, like we got with Rockstar, with all those people that created what Rockstar was leaving. That just shows what Rockstar's just going to be now, guys. That's just me. You know, when something like that happens to a company, sometimes that's not a good thing, especially if the people that created the company and were really into it are now just burnt out or just tired of it because they saw what their product didn't want. Grand Theft Auto has become what Rockstar has made fun of now, and that's not good. They've always made fun of these type of people, and yet now they're that, basically. You know, some companies go like that, man, and some, I don't know. That's just me. That's the way I think when I think about these games. Sometimes, man. That's just me. That's just me. When companies do this shit, because again, look, I'm not saying get the art style from again Battleground. No, just distance yourself from that shit. You know. So, but other than that, there's other things that you could have done with this teaser trailer that will provoke anybody or encourage anybody to be like, I want to see more. That's all you had to. That's what a teaser is supposed to do. I want to see more. And then when the trailer comes out, you'll be like, I want to get it. That's what it's supposed to fucking do. But no, all you showed was Rey Mysterio, Cesaro fighting 619. It hits better. See you soon. No, come on, man. That's what it felt like, and that's what it looked like. Again, I'm not trying to complain here, but when you sit down and you analyze it and you look at it, and you're like, because at first when it says, oh, it hits different, you're like, huh, it better. But when you analyze the trailer, you really think about it, you're like, this could have been different. This could have been way different. I'm not saying you didn't prove anything to me. I'm not saying that. But clearly, you guys know this could have been different. This teaser could have been so dramatically different. I'm not saying this trailer could have been, teaser trailer, could have been 5 minutes long. I'm not saying that, or 2 minutes long, or a minute long. But at least a few seconds long showing what you have. And the thing is, you didn't show us anything. Or what you have. You could have just showed snippets, clips, and people would have been like, yo, what's that? Yo, what the fuck did I just saw? What? And then, all of a sudden, you get the trailer, and you get more of it. Showing, oh yeah, what you saw, oh yeah, there's more of it here. You know, but just a little bit, extended a bit, instead of just cut in half for like, 2 seconds? Or even, not even a second. Or I mean, not even 2 seconds, you know? Again, just something, you know? I don't know, how you guys feel about, how do you feel about the teaser trailer? You know, do you feel like it could have punched literally a different way? Because again, it's all about marketing, right? You want to market to people that you want to give people a punch when you market stuff, especially if you want to rebrand a franchise or a series of games that you fucked up and you want to rebrand it because you want to make money out of it. Stupid concept, right? I'm sorry. Stupid concept game companies that think that, oh, if I just crank out just a shitty product, for people will buy $80 or fucking $50 or $60 for it. I paid like about $25 for this shit. Or maybe 30. Not even above that shit. I paid low. I paid chump change for this shit. I made sure. Okay. I'm not paying $80 or fucking $60 for that shit. Are you high? Alright? Not even that good type of shit. Seriously, man. You're smoking something that no one doesn't want to touch. Okay? Let's just say that right now, alright? Something that only Heisenberg would sell. Yeah, that's all I'm gonna say. So, oh shit. But so maybe I should talk about what I would like to see in this game instead of what could have been the teaser trailer. Um, Obviously we should get no duh creative superstar, no crap. Obviously we're gonna get those shit creative superstar, creative arenas and all that. Obviously we're gonna get all of that. Obviously, why wouldn't we? Um, Another thing we should get more is, oh, I don't know, man, more fucking shit to explore outside of the arena. Remember in those old wrestling games when, oh, I don't know, you can get out of the arena and it showed like a little thing that you can actually leave the arena, go backstage, and the match is still going. But even you know, like in some wrestling games, if you had a one-on-one match, they won't show it because the referees are just going to count to 10 and it would be disqualification, you know? I mean, there will be, you know, you guys will lose. But if it was like a false count anyway, or a hardcore match or something like that, or a ladder match or something like that, or Hell in a Cell match in general, you can go backstage and do what the fuck you want, you know? Or a tornado tag, for example, you know, or a triple threat match, you know? Shit like that. I love that. When I showed that shit to my sister, she was like, that's fucking cool. And I'm like, thank you. Right? And the thing is, most people like, we do have that, yes, in the new games. Yeah, but is it really all that fun? And the thing is too, bring back the archaic style. Like, yes, sometimes I complain like, hey, I don't want the person that I'm attacking get up literally 5 seconds after I fucking did, oh, I don't know, a fucking suplex on them. Sell, you know. So they will, most likely, hopefully, they will do that. But at the same time, have that archaic feel. That's the thing. That's why I mentioned SmackDown vs. Raw 2011, because at first, guys, you might feel like, go back and play that game if you have it. If you don't, buy it. Guarantee you won't regret it. Once you start playing it, you'd be like, I don't know. But you know, you'd be like, it's too real. I mean, you'd be like, oh well, too realistic. It's too slow, basically. Some people might say that. Some people might say it's too slow. But once you get the match going, you'd be like, oh shit, oh I'm flying, oh you doing shit that you done, and literally here comes the pain. And I'm like, holy shit, and you're breaking environments and shit and everything like that. Like you're breaking tables, ladders. That game, man, is really fucking good when it comes to that shit. That's why I mention it. And the thing is, it deserves to be mentioned. Why isn't it? Basically, you know, and it is. But the fact that that's what bothers me about some of these games. We have great stuff in these games, and then when they go to the next one, they take them out. Look, I understand you want to have different types of games, you know, different feels and different, you know, themes and everything like that. I get it. I feel you. But at the same time, once you establish something, why will you take it out? It's like what Dragon Quest does. Dragon Quest doesn't take, they add. And if they take out, it's something that they don't need anymore because it's either outdated, because it's just, that's just the way it is. Things have changed over time with gaming, obviously, you know? Some people might miss those, but you could play the older ones and still get those experience, you know? You know? So that's why I kind of mention it like that, but whatever. That's just me. And this is not like fucking Final Fantasy that doesn't know what the fuck wants to do. Seriously. It doesn't know what gameplay you want to be. I don't know. Let's do something retarded. Never mind about Final Fantasy. At least Dragon Quest knows what the fuck it is. Ugh. And the thing is, at least I can give the wrestling games that. At least with the 2K ones. At least they know what they know they are. Wrestling games. You know? At least we get to some of the stuff of the wrestling games. But look. This company right here doesn't give a damn. Remember, 2K, and some people in 2K might care, but as long as this company does not give a fuck, 2K22 basically is gonna be shit. Look, look back at all the things that people have loved and things that were successful. There was someone in the higher ups that had a friend of the higher up, or maybe was the higher up, that wanted something good. It wanted to bring something good because they wanted something good. Because, oh, I don't know, the company wasn't doing that good. Stupid concept. You want to actually, oh, I don't know, survive. Stupid concept. I didn't know that. We're in 2021. So you know what? Hey, every business is closing right now, right? So you know what? Why not? Why not? Forget it. Why not try? Forget it. Forget trying then. Forget trying. Might as well. Might as fucking well. Right? I don't know, man. That's why I have a big problem with some of these companies. And then when I look at these companies like 2K and Rockstar, I feel sorry for them. But at the same time, when they know they can do better and they just don't take the time and effort to do that, is bothersome. And I know sometimes, hey, the high ranking, oh, you have the time, you have 3 months or some shit like that. Like, for example, you have 3 months to make this game. Have to make it 8 months, dude, to finish it. I don't give a fuck. 3 months, something like that. It's just, I understand that happens in the business and it's stupid. It is ridiculous. But there's some that are literally just like, don't care at all. Because they're like, oh, it's a wrestling game. Why should I give a fuck? I care about the sports games because I'm a sports guy. I'm not a wrestling guy. And that's the problem. That's the problem. You have more maybe of sports people in your company than you have more of wrestling people. And yes, I know wrestling is a sport. But when it comes to wrestling and Vince and his stupid fucking brain, it's entertainment. And in a way, yes, it is entertainment because you're on TV. If you're on TV, you're there to entertain people. It is. That's the fact. If you're there to wrestle, don't be on TV. I didn't want to like admit it, but when you really think about it and you look at that, you'd be like, it's kind of true, man. Like, if you want to be a wrestler, get off TV, be a wrestler. Work on the indies. And you'd probably be amazing in the indies. But if you want to be an entertainer, and you want to be like a WWE star, well, you go there. You want to be a star or a wrestler. And the thing is, too, these games really don't make you. I remember, like, these games always want to push you of, like, you being a superstar. But in the old games, like, the old games always made me felt like a wrestler, not a superstar. They might say superstar and everything like that, but I always felt like a wrestler. I didn't feel like a superstar, a larger. Yes, I felt larger than life superstar, whatever, or however you want to quote it. But I, I didn't see myself like that when I played these games. When I created my wrestler character, I started seeing my wrestling character in all these wrestling characters out in these wrestling games. Wrestlers. Yes, they have the talent, and yes, they have stuff that they can also do. But not all of them have the talent to, oh, I don't know, act. Some of them can only act in the ring because they were taught, old school, obviously, they were taught that to tell stories in the ring, you don't tell it in the mic. You talk shit in the mic. Then you then you talk in the ring. You back it up in the ring. That's how it was back in the old days, baby. I mean, sometimes it's still like that, but not all the time. Now it's all like, oh, I'm the best. I mean, you do have to push yourself, yeah, but back in the day, it was all about, no. You want to push yourself? You want to tell people how good you are? You don't say it on the mic. You say it in that ring, baby. You say it in that ring. And that's how I felt with these old games, in my opinion. Most people are like, wow, you got that from these games? I'm like, yeah. That's how much I love these games. And that's why I've always said that, I don't know about this game, but if I grabbed another game right now, like SmackDown's Raw 2011, or Here Comes the Pain, or SmackDown's Raw 2006, these games are the best RPG games of all time. Action RPG, but still, these are the best RPG games of all time. Why? Because you can create your own character. You can create your own story, either because the game has a creation story that you can do, which you should do that in the new 2K22 game, in my opinion. Why? Because that will make your game last for a long time. For crying out loud, that shit's awesome. Create your own storyline. Instead of just doing it in your head while you're going to exhibition, you'll be like, all right, what's the story? Okay, Undertaker did this to me. I did that to him. Oh, yeah. You know, like, it's cool when you can do that in your head and all that, because, you know, it's cool. I like that. You know, I still do that. But that's why some people put the universe mode there. But I don't care about the universe mode. That's why I care about creative story. Because when you create a story, you can actually do what you want to do. Instead of, in universe mode, it's just random. And you're like, I didn't want that to happen. Thank you, game. Thank you. Because it's just random. It's not you picking what you want to do. At least in my opinion. Did they change that? Maybe they didn't. I doubt it. I fucking doubt it. Because if it was, no one would want to complain about it. Of, I don't know, universe mode being crap, or just take out universe mode. Take out universe mode. Hey, if it's in this game this year, then hey, I'm not gonna be like, what the, you know, maybe in the next year it won't be there. Just take it out, in my opinion. Some people like it. Me, just take it out. Take it out. Bring in GM mode. You know, people ask for that. To me, look, what do I feel about GM mode? To be quite honest, I know a lot of people are going to hate me with this. I did not care for it. Why? Because I never touched it. And when I did, I sucked at it. Yep. That's why I didn't care for it. I sucked at it. And I was trying, but I made all my superstars mad at me because they all got injured and they all went to the other competitor. This is what happens when you become a fan of ECW. And you just want to destroy everything, and you just want to, when you do GM mode, you just gotta remember that you're not playing with toys now. You're playing with actually physical AI that is like, hey, motherfucker, I'm injured. Pay up. You know? Or it's like, hey, my contract is expiring. Do you want to keep me, or should I go to the other company? That title looks good, though. Are you going to give me a title opportunity? If not, I might just go over there, you know? And the thing is, too, about the GM mode stuff, which I do like, you can't make everybody happy. And that's and you kind of understand how to be a GM, which I do love that aspect of that little mini game, in a way, that little side game, you know? And it brought the game more of a branch of what you can do. And when they took it out, to be honest, as a kid, you can hate me because I was a kid. You know, looking back, I'm like, damn, I wish they brought that back, because maybe as an adult, I would be badass with it. But as a kid, I sucked at it. So when they did take it out, when I was a kid, I was like, good riddance. Yeah, I know. Good thing I didn't say anything when I was a fucking teenager, because anybody would have been like, what is wrong with you? That shit was gold, and they took it out. What is wrong with you? Them praising it. See, this is why we don't listen to people like you. But, yo, honestly, I've grew up. I've learned my mistakes. And yes, bring GMO back. I might not use it, because I might just go to creative mode, create your own story more, because that appeals to me more than anything. But put that there too, you know? Make both people happy, you know? Because really, I really don't touch the universe mode, or the showcase mode. I don't touch that shit. I really don't. I don't give a fuck about it, guys. I really don't. I tried it once, in 2K14, I believe? When did this start? In 15 or 14? I don't remember. But what is it? In 2K12? WWE12? WWE13? I forgot when it started. When it started, it was fine. And then the next one, it just became shit. And I'm just like, stop. And then they just kept going. And I'm just like, just stop. Just stop. Like, the showcase that we got in WWE13 was fine. They should have just stopped right there. But no, they kept going with that shit. And I was just like, could we get what we got in SmackDown vs. Raw 2000 and, I don't know, 9? or 11, or even 7, 6. Here comes the pain. Shut your mouth. You know? No? Beulah? Come on, man. Something. That's just me. That's just me as a fan that loves these type of games, man. That spend hours upon hours. Dude, like, you have no idea. I have such a small library of games just because just give me a fucking wrestling game and that's it. Oh, play Call of Duty. Nope, wrestling game. Oh, play this new Final Fantasy game. Nope, this game. Oh, there's a new Kingdom Hearts game. Nope, fuck that. I was that type of person, man. Yes, I was a fan of other things, but nothing didn't bring me more satisfaction than creating my own story and making my own character and creating other characters and having a story revolving around my character and other characters and the superstars that are in the game too. How badass is it? Like, for crying out loud. And the thing is too, what's amazing about these games is that you can take like another franchise character and put them in this game, like Batman or Chucky. That's what I love about these games, and you can make stories about him. I don't know. That's just me, man. But that's what I love about these games, and I just hope in the future, or at least with this one, they do it right.